But they are being kept out, even if...
Well, I mean, you don't let everyone into your home.
And of course, we come to the point of any conversation with the racist where you find yourself, unfortunately, agreeing.
Oh, no.
Shall we do for today? Technically, I should be angry, but at the same time, I don't care, you know?
Yup!
Green for some luck. Hopefully, this will prompt the luck to finally get me some subscribers. Just subscribe, okay? It's right down there. It's like somewhere like, I don't know if, there's the emblem.
Do it! Do it! Come on! Do it now!
You can watch the full video if you want, but the subscribe button, I mean, do you see how many videos is here?
Wow.
Yeah, I got you covered. Granted, I wouldn't watch those earlier videos. Self-admittedly, they're garbage. Today, we got something interesting to talk about. What is it, you might ask? Well, a group of white people are choosing to do the opposite of red zoning, but technically red zoning, but not for minorities, not for, I don't know, the trans or the gays. No, they're red zoning themselves.
That's stupid! Use your common sense.
Yeah, that's right. A whites-only community. Let's have a look. A whites-only neighborhood, like honestly, so basically, I don't know, any northern suburb of any city in America. I wonder if they're going to go like the full experience of, you know, getting isolated to a living space due to your race being the factor, the full experience of aggressive police interactions, liquor shops weirdly placed all over your neighborhood, the white version of a Church's Chicken, which, not even sure what that would be, honestly. I wouldn't say Chick-fil-A, because that's kind of just everyone's thing. Even I eat there.
Traitor. You are a traitor.
I know, but what would be the white version of a Church's Chicken? I know, Culver's. Or fucking Hardee's.
No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills, in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community.
First off, not a single one of them white folk looked Amish, so I don't trust that housework not one bit.
We've been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise.
Don't get me wrong, you know, a white construction crew could build a beautiful, wonderful, amazing home. It will run you about $1 million. Cracks for days before the house even begins settling, and attached HOA to drag you down for all 30 years of that mortgage. And I can guarantee you that the landscape work to help your lawn start from the jump will need to be redone by the first storm you endure inside the home.
No! It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only. They are millennials and Gen Z, and this is a new update of age-old prejudice.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, you know, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
You serious?
Couple of things. Return to the land.
You basic.
Return to the land? What the f does that mean? Like, cause if we're doing that, then wouldn't it be returning to England, or Germany, or Ireland, or Spain? I don't know why the Spanish guy's now French. I mean, hold on, let me do that again. Or Spain, mademoiselle. No, why am I making him French? Fuck it. Or the Italy? Wouldn't it be returning to those countries?
Well, things would be a little different.
Oh no, return to the land your ancestors literally stole is what they mean. I mean, at this point, just say it. You don't need to sanitize it. You don't need to run it through some like marketing gift gap or whatever. Like, we literally live in an age of a two-term president who opened his first campaign by literally calling Mexicans every disgusting name under the book. But the world just allowed it because he said, some of them are okay people. Some of them, not many, some of them. So trying to hide the racism isn't necessary, nor would anyone want you to, even if that wasn't the world that we live in. And then as for culture, even if we are doing white American culture alone, what is that, might I ask? Because that statement has always confused me. And no, I don't mean white American culture as in terms of mayonnaise, ranch, salt and pepper being considered the only viable seasonings to put on anything.
You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck.
You know, slamming a Prius with a whole apartment's worth of clothes and items and strapping a bed frame on top in order to make one trip moving from apartment to apartment, and somehow all of that fitting.
Magic.
I'll tell you one thing, if there's one thing white people are masterminds of, it's literally taking the smallest vehicle possible and moving the most stuff. It's crazy how there's not more white people that own like moving companies. Pretty much all the moving companies I've ever met, like black people or Hispanics. I mean, what was white culture during the revolution, leading up to the Civil War and right to the Civil Rights Movement, explosion onto the scene? You know, white culture was a mixture of varying forms of Christianity, which didn't agree with each other, coming from different parts of Europe, and varying forms of cooking in different regions, as some places were German-based in origin, some were Scottish or English, Spanish in Florida, you know, and like the French and the territories of the French territories. I don't know why I proposed it like that.
Duh.
I just woke up. Leave me alone, okay? Subscribe. And don't forget the whites who mix with Indian people, whether through agreement or more often than not disagreement.
Force.
They combine dishes and religion and language and thought. I mean, white culture here in America isn't really American because it's broken down into these subsects of your origin point, i.e., what technically would be your race. We say African American because many of us just can't trace our origin point from Africa. If we could get that, then we would probably identify as, you know, a Ghanaian African or a Congolese African or something along those lines. But because we can't track it, we just give this broad term of African American. Whites can often track it, so you tend to know historically where your family comes from and therefore what is your culture. Not white American, but wherever the hell your family is from. The only thing in American culture that is truly an American thing would probably have to be AC, barbecue, guns, wide roads with barely any public transportation whatsoever in majority of the country, and hip-hop.
Miss me with that bullshit.
And you can ask anyone from Europe and they'll probably tell you, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Taco Bell. That's also very, very American.
You want to do something fun? You want to go to Taco Bell?
And so is long stays on the toilet. Very American.
It's crunchy, chewy, cheesy, and apologizes for none of it.
Skip it up and down up.
And those culture points are literally colorblind. Everything else is done everywhere else to a viable degree of equal or greater commitment than the United States. So what is solely and purely white culture in America if not really a thing?
I see.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
It's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out, even if...
Well, I mean, you don't let everyone into your home.
And of course, we come to the point of any conversation with the racist where you find yourself, unfortunately, agreeing.
Oh, no.
Fuck. Subscribe, okay?
Do it.
When he said you don't let anyone into your home, that's what I agree with. And going to be honest with you, Chief, no one, and I mean no one, was asking to come in to your home. Despite what Sinners used as a opening piece, I doubt even a vampire would ask to come and stay inside your little gathering. I doubt it. And not just because you're racist, but because I'm going to make it clear, if I am black or any minority and somehow manage to make it to the fucking Ozarks of Arkansas. And for whatever reason, I stumble upon your little community. Because no minority or even self-respecting white person with a brain is going to be actively looking for your odd little gathering as the reason for them coming to fucking Arkansas. But if they stumbled upon it, I know what the immediate reaction will be.
Run.
I say we give them an island, then we let them all live there. We agree to never visit. And they agree to never leave. We tell those paid members on a cult waiting list they can go. We will provide the transportation and they don't have to worry about anything. It's all expenses paid. We'll get you there. Don't worry about it. I know exactly how that situation will end. I can tell you the storyline of that island now. It's called The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, no way.
If, it's a big if here, a very big if, the women are smart. And that isn't just a big if, but also a sad if. Because, damn, I mean, y'all love to wait and see how wrong shit can go, despite us warning you about it over and over. You know, conservative lifestyle, it's okay to a degree. It reaches a very specific point where it comes into abusive for anyone in the home who's not the male adult with a penis, and white. For everybody else, it eventually turns into a torture situation. If you go too far, you can have a little conservatism, you know, in your life. Nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm a hoe in the sheets, but in the streets, I'm pretty conservative, pretty maintained, okay? I don't like my ass all the way out.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
She does what she does. And I'm not judging anybody else that does, okay? I'm gonna move on. I'm rambling. Again, just woke up. Subscribe. And if it's not Handmaid's Tale, then Jonestown, but no minorities, which that is just the bleak section right there. That's the dark.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And while the men do the physical labour, the women take care of the children who live here full time. It can be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
And I love when I hear that argument. Y'all already have your own communities. I mean, she didn't sound like that, but I'm sorry. It's just you getting what you get.
It's rude and it's low and it's just straight mean.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Minorities live where they live in almost 100% of the time in America because you red zone them into living there. Editing alley here. I refer to it as red zoning literally the entire video. I mean, technically you can refer to it as that, but the primary term that most people would know is redlining. Again, I have just woken up, and subscribe. I would say you don't have to dress it up and lie, but I don't think half of the racists even know what zoning is, let alone red zoning, gerrymandering, redistricting, or however you want to call it, okay? Hell, we got HOAs out here that still have no colored allowed bylaws. But as I said earlier, those neighborhoods we are forced to live in and try to build up on our own without much assistance from even our local governments. These communities have huge drawbacks, economic ones, communal exploitation ones, mental and physical ones, and not to mention, those areas are more or less shooting ranges for an armed military force masquerading as protecting and serving. So, you know, it isn't as special as you think it is. Just ask the poor minorities who live in New Orleans. Did they enjoy living where they were forced to live thanks to redistricting and rezoning and the whole 9 yards and gentrification? Did they feel supported and strong in their community? Specifically, ask them their feelings about that when their own government allowed shitty levees that they knew were shitty to break and flood them out to protect what they could of the rich areas of the city. Rich areas, might I remind you, that were primarily populated by a certain race of a certain white people. It was white people. White people live there. Rich areas of cities usually have a majority, if not downright diabolical, outright complete mass of white people as their demographic. It's historically the case. The statistics are all there. You don't even have to get this from me. Look it up yourself. Like, it's so dumb. You're poor and you're white. And I know y'all are poor because here's why. If you were rich and had any intelligence beyond, I don't like the blacks, one looked at my sister funny, then you would know that all you had to do was move to the north of whatever area you were originally living in. Whatever city. Even if the area code change is just the very next area code. It would immediately change your life outlook if you had some intelligence. Why? Because it would be nothing but white people. And historically in this country, white people are treated pretty well. Rich white people, or white people are treated like shit, and they get delusioned, and instead of getting delusional and angry at the people who made them be treated like shit, they get delusional and angry at the people who exist in the same shit that they endure. America is... it's not a real place. It's not a real place. Be racist all you want, but at the bare minimum, be smart with it, and, you know, don't be ashamed of it when it's called out. Clearly, since you wanted some marketing to get y'all pockets filled back up by doing this whole interview and bringing this situation to light, you didn't have to agree to it. You could have said no. So you're clearly not ashamed. So why aren't you smart as well with it? Like, you know, half-assing racism is literally crazy work. Commit to the bit, okay?
Whoa, hold on!
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail.
It won't. Not in Arkansas. And definitely not over the next 3 years, but also it would likely never ever be tested. Because again, anyone with sensibilities is not going to go to this place looking to join up with the next hillbilly cult to be.
The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society.
I'm going to go ahead and say don't even waste taxpayer money in Arkansas for a case or even just an investigation or review. Maybe put money into, I don't know, an alert system or challenge them whenever they attempt to buy more land. But I don't think the community made solely of white people, with a grand total of 40 white people, and supposedly a few hundred waiting, supposedly. Highly doubt it. They might have signed up for it, but there was definitely no fucking intent for a majority of those people. Because if they've got hundreds of committed people wanting to move in, I've got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers right now. And whoo, we know that's not the case. It should be. I don't know what I'm doing, YouTube algorithm, but suck my balls. But going after them would just be utterly pointless. A waste of Arkansas taxpayer money to the nth degree. It'd just be hilariously stupid and a super waste. But that's all I got on this story. I just found it hilarious. I can't even get angry half the time at racism in this country anymore because it's so proliferated at this point. It's mask off, but then as soon as it's confronted, it constantly gets his ass kicked or whatever. You know, just whatever. Just, you know, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, okay? If they can get a few hundred people signed up on a list to go live in a fucking odd polycule in the middle of fucking Arkansas, I think we can get a few hundred people to hit that subscribe button. Maybe even 1,000 before my birthday, which is on August 8th, would be nice. If that happened, or if the YouTube algorithm decided to lick my taint for once.
Just chill out. Chill out, he's over here.
Jesus. I'm just kidding. But seriously.
Okay? And tell me how fast down in the comments that you would run if you ever found yourself stumbling upon this place. And if you wouldn't run, why not? Maybe you think you fit in. Warning, do you have a vagine? Are you black or brown? Maybe you're Asian or gay, but white. Trans, but white. Let me give you their answer to you showing up on their doorstep thinking you can fit in.
Let's talk about Chinese people with their kung fu and all that silly chang chang chong talk. I can't understand you. Go back to your country, white power.
Yeah, they don't want you. And they're in Arkansas. You saw the footage. They're definitely more than a golf cart ride away from any nearby neighbors, and the likelihood that those neighbors will be favorable for you it's a tossing up. It's, you know, it's up in the air. It's red state. Let alone any nearby civilization being up in arms for you, which, you know, you got a better chance there. But again, it's Arkansas. You walk in that camp, and it will be the last time you walk anywhere if you fit into one of those categories. As for the rest of us who wouldn't go, what's the over-under on the houses being viable structures? I'm not a person who usually gambles unless it's big win potential with low entry fee like the lottery. That recent change with the Mega Million from $2 to $5 is fucking stupid.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't play the lottery. But I think in this case we have decent odds here to have both sides that bet with an equal chance of cashing out. You know, say average run time for a new neighborhood before it starts to run down, 2 years, maybe, you know, maybe 3, possibly 4. Who knows? It's in Arkansas. No one's gonna go look or check. But I'm gonna give them some credit, mostly because it looks like they built sheds rather than actual homes. So the smaller the structure, the less to fuck up on. But they should have gone with the name Return to the Hills Have Eyes. 40 people is a very, very small pool to start creating multiple generations from, you know? So probably by the 3rd generation, then babies are gonna come out with third eye like a Naruto character.